It's S2E40. Ooh. And it's Paystee and your boy Fat Mack, and we're here for Survivor Games, baby.
This is going to be the survival of the fittest.
Yes.
And there can only be a sole survivor, but sometimes there's four of them.
Sometimes. It's going to be an interesting weekend in wrestling. I think it's shaping up to be one of the best weekends in WWE in quite some time, but we won't know till we get there for sure.
No, we won't know, but to be honest, both of the WWE major shows look on paper like they could be really good. Mm-hmm. That can be deceiving in WWE. They're good at doing that. A lot of times it's the ones that look shitty on paper that turned out being better. But
my biggest worry is that Wargames is going to be really good, but then in the Wargames matches, main roster people are going to get involved, and they're going to make it be the worst Wargames.
I sure hope not.
You can't smell it coming? I smell it coming.
Smell it.
Yes, but I guess before we get into the wrestling, we should probably give a nod to our sponsors, the folks who take care of the folks you listen to each week here as we counter-program WWE SmackDown like the rebels and badasses that we are. And our sponsors hold up to that same reputation. Qualities T-Shirt Company put on an outstanding Wilmer Mania 2 last week. Good stuff. Great performance from my boys at Team Bad Decision. Of course, I say boys loosely because it's two boys and one girl. But she's my boy, too. Quality is back at it on the grind, not putting on a wrestling show at the moment. They are bringing you the finest in custom tees, featuring both sublimation, heat transfer vinyl, and decals. That Boy Saint brings you the best t-shirts, the best qualities he can tease your knees with. You ever had your knees teased? It pleases me.
It's the bee's knees.
And you can't have one without the other, and the other is Monster Wear Clothing, yeah! My boy, Corey Matthews. Not the Corey Matthews from Boy Meets World that I've been binging since Disney Plus came out. But I know him in real life, so that makes it a little bit cooler. The only problem is he's not married to a woman named Topanga, but his wife is badass as fuck too, and she helps with the work. She is the one who cuts your decals if you order them. It's pretty wonderful.
Awesome.
Yes, Monsterwear brings you the best in small run or bulk orders on decals, stickers, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, glassware, jerseys, and they do custom work on many other types and styles of fabrics, folks. They also bring you custom graphics and logo design services at a low price, because he does it for the love. That's the best part about these companies I bring to you. They're not corporate monsters like the ones you see out and about. These are good old home-bodied local Minnesota companies, and it's lovely.
It's amazing.
Speaking of lovely and amazing, my beard, man. It's so good.
Your beard is not weird.
No, it is not. But it should be revered. And why should it be revered? Because of my friends at Badass Beard Care. Take care of your boys and you if you use the promo code BSTICKS829. I'm pretty sure that's the code. It's not on the page this week. If it's not, then don't support us, but get yourself some Badass Beard Care anyway. Man, it's so good. I love taking a shower and putting regular shampoo in my hair and beard washing with my beard wash and just getting slammed with that fucking earthy, menthol, minty scent as it permeates your skin. And it does so much more for you than any normal shampoo could.
There's a very big difference between your shampoo or your body wash and an actual beard wash. Us facial hair aficionados understand that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious from the get-go that your beard and the hair that grows out of the top of your head are two very different creatures.
Yes.
Obviously, the beard is a little bit more akin to the pubes. But that's not this week, folks.
No. But something that did happen this week, Paystee. This week, about 30 years ago, I should say. On November 21st, actually a day before we're recording this, Ted Turner signs papers officially finalizing the deal to make him the new owner of JCP, or Jim Crockett Promotion.
JC Penney.
It was the top NWA affiliate in the country.
No wonder they were styling so much in WCW.
Right? They had that JC Penney look. Jim Crockett sold 65% of stock in JCP to Turner for $9 million, but Crockett still retained a minority stake. The company would be rebranded after its flagship Saturday night show, World Championship Wrestling, and would remain affiliated with the NWA until September 1993.
Damn.
What a huge milestone in pro wrestling this was, because this a lot of things you can say is where the Monday Night War started, and of course launching Nitro or Lex Luger or any number of those things that you want to say, but this is the pinnacle. This is where it actually birthed, you know what I mean?
Yes. It's pretty amazing. And not only that, but about 15 years after this event, Ted Turner turned around and put some stock into ICP, which didn't work out so well for him.
No. No.
Woo. Woo. Well, folks, we didn't have one last week, but we do this week. It's time for the Token JRR. That's the Jim Ross Ramblings. And I think Fat Mack found a good one for you guys this week. Enjoy.
But that wasn't what happened. These guys their balls will fit in thimbles there, man. They could stand back in their little rooms and they could do the thing and, away from everybody. I don't want to be a part of it, but bottom line is I think that'd be a hell of a hit.
How often do you put your balls in thimbles?
I tried, and they just didn't fit. So now I've been putting them in steins.
If it was Andre the Giant's thimble, I could see it.
Do you think Andre the Giant sewed?
Probably. Come on, back then they didn't have a lot of money for gear. They had to make it themselves.
I can't imagine his giant fingers sewing. Could you? That'd be the most difficult thing in the world. I mean, I know he had a hard time doing a lot of common things, but that would have to be one of the most difficult. Crazy, man. It'd be good, though.
Has to use a rib bone from a northern for a needle.
Pretty much. That JR. There's no telling what he'll say next.
No. There's no telling what Jim Cornette might say next either. And that kind of came back to bite him in the ass. We'll get to that a little bit later in the news.
Those Jims, they'll say some stuff.
You got to watch them close.
Yeah. So I guess, are we already on to predictions, Paystee?
Yes, we are. I don't think either of us watched too much wrestling this week. I did catch AEW Dynamite, and it was good. Don't get me wrong. And then I heard the review. I mean, it was as good as last week was, and I thought last week was really good.
Yeah.
But it felt the same as last week. It didn't feel like it was an improvement or underneath. So to me, it's a flat line. Anytime there's a flat line, I get a little bit bored. But that doesn't mean it's not worth watching.
And I guess this might as well be as good a place as any, because we don't really have it on here, and it's not major news. But this is the first week that Dynamite lost to NXT.
Yes, indeed, and that's what I was going to bring up next. NXT was probably a really good show to watch, but I passed on it, especially after hearing so many superstars from both Raw and SmackDown invaded this week. And
and
it's only cool when NXT invades your brand. It's not cool when it goes the other way.
No, not really. And
they're
it's
the
sad
young,
that
edgy
that's
guys.
What pumped them up,
Yeah.
It almost makes it look like they need those main roster stars to be a viable contender, and I don't believe that to be the case.
No, they just need some time. AEW is the new hot thing on the block, and NXT has been around for a long time. Doesn't matter if it's on TV or not.
Yeah, but legitimately, I mean, the numbers show that actually, yes, having the main roster guys on there does help it. Now, that's one time. As you said, when things flatline, they get stale. You know, if you had those guys on there every day, would that make a difference? I don't think so.
Right. Well, I mean, and we could still see more WWE main roster guys on the NXT roster as they get used up on the main roster and there's no work left for them, as Triple H had brought up, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And obviously they're not letting them go.
Right. Yeah. So just send them to NXT where they could actually be made to be happy because it's a program about wrestling.
Yeah. Imagine wrestlers wanting to wrestle.
It's such a strange thing. But you're not wrestlers. You're sports entertainers. Trust me, pal. It's such good shit.
Such good shit.
But I tell you,
chocolate shit.
This weekend, it's shaping up to be a good one. I wish there was other wrestling to watch this weekend too, just to amp it up that extra step. But we got NXT Wargames 3, and it's a compact card. It's cute, sweet, and put with a tight little bow. And I think this could be the best one yet.
This is
It's kind of up in the air because 2 Wargames matches on the same card is going to water it down.
Yeah, I don't look at this and think it's going to be the best one yet, but doesn't mean it won't. The very first one, of course, was amazing.
Yes. It's going to be hard to get past the first one, too, just because we wanted it for so long, and we finally got it. And now we get it every year, and it's hell in a cell.
Yeah, right. So, but it is cool that it is the first ever, they're going to have the first ever all-women's War Games. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think these women really deserve it.
These women can do it. That's what's amazing. You got certain people in there like your Shayna Baszler, your Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae.
Fuck, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's been turning the game on its head since she's got
She's a beast. She's a beast.
She will be the one to take it off of Baszler eventually. I can guarantee that.
I wouldn't be against that.
I think it's the only way you could do it.
But let's start at the top of the card, Paystee.
I guess. Yes, we're starting off the night with Finn Balor versus Matt Riddle. Well, this one is pretty cut and dry, isn't it?
I think it is, but I know for sure. I mean, this should be one where we're just going to enjoy it.
Riddle's been on a bit of a hot streak lately, and he's even gotten one over on Balor on the show at least one time.
Yep. And you can tell Finn Balor just feels rejuvenated being back down there. I read an interview of his, and he kept saying how he was like in hell and he wasn't happy on the main roster. And every time after he'd say it, a little Freudian slip, he'd be like, well, when you just feel like you're living in hell. And I don't mean to say that it was like hell on the main roster, but, when you're just working all the time and you're just not happy, not to say I wasn't happy. It's like you can just tell he's accidentally saying what he feels and that he's trying to cover his corporate ass, This one, I don't know who's going to go against Finn Balor. I want this to be the beginning of a long string of matches, a really good program between these two.
You really not excited to see Finn Balor versus Ciampa or Cole more? That's where my money is anyway.
Yeah, but he just came down there. Why do you want to blow that load right away?
I get it. I definitely understand that. At the same time, it just, I don't know. We know Balor. It's not like he's new. You don't got to build him up.
No, but we don't know Balor versus Riddle. We don't know Balor versus Ciampa. We don't know Balor versus Cole,
Yeah.
Let's start him off with some of the not quite as big name guys in NXT, because he can certainly elevate a Matt Riddle.
Big body guys, just not
whoever else.
Guys.